Hi everybody, welcome to the South Australian Sports Show. I hope you can stay with us for the next hour. There's been a lot of sport happening in the last week. In fact, all this year there's been plenty happening. But this week, of course, moving into the finals, volleyball, football, plenty of those sports getting into the finals. As always, Barry Curtin joins me. Baz, how are you?
Good, mate. Nice to see you back, mate.
Good to be back, mate. Now, I know you don't want to talk about it, but we have to because the viewers like it. What did you take from the Power Lions game other than a loss?
I think overpowered was a good word that Kenny Hinkley used in the end. They got overpowered, but they're a good side, Brisbane. I mean, they're very difficult to beat up there. We know that. When we knew that
undefeated this year at the Gabba.
That's right. We knew that before Port went up there, but it was the way they did it I was very impressed with. They're a good side. They're a very, very good, even side. Because if you take their main ball winner out of the game and their main goal kicker out of the game, so you're talking Charlie Cameron, Lockie Neal. I thought Drew did a fantastic job on Lockie, and Burton the same on Cameron right up until the very end. Of course, if you told me before the game that those two players would be taken out of the game, then you say Port a real chance. But they got a lot of good players.
Yeah, it's a really interesting one when you talk about taking him out of the game.
Not take him out, but
no. But I get what you're saying. But you know when Port got up by 2 points, and you thought, oh, here comes the power surge. They're going to do it. Yeah. Then the third quarter was kind of going a little neck and neck for a while, and then suddenly Charlie kicks a couple of goals. Yeah. Lockie gets his hand on the ball at critical times. It's amazing with those players. You can do a really good job on them, and then all of a sudden at a pivotal moment, in other teams, not just in that game, that's what sets, a Pendlebury type player,
because they're good players.
Where they just find, I need to get involved in the game.
Yeah, but you've got many of them. Brisbane have got many of them. They've got a lot of them.
Oh, they do they have some match winners, no doubt.
Exactly.
Cam Rayner.
Exactly. You take, you can't...
Harris Andrews.
You can't pull everybody. You can't blanket everybody.
Well, it's the same. If you look at Port Adelaide, though, you can't tag Dersma and then Ollie Wines, and suddenly the list grows with them on who you target for them as well.
So they just got on top, and as Kenny Hinkley said, quite rightly, in the end they just overpowered us. I think they got a bit stiff with their when they made the sub and all that. That was you could not have scripted that. That was really unbelievable. Wow, take a defender off, get a defender injured a second later. That sort of thing. But full credit to Brisbane. I didn't think we could really win up there, but I thought we would be closer than what we got. But I think it just highlighted the fact how good Brisbane are up there. That game, because they are very good, and the crowd up there, full credit to them.
Loud,
full credit to them because they're a loud crowd.
Now
our players say, and I've spoken to a couple. You go to grounds where you're playing other teams, and they're loud, but not as loud as we are at home. But on the weekend, when you get a player say, "No, we noticed that." Players shouldn't notice that.
No.
So they're loud. So full credit to them.
They were loud.
They're going to be very hard for either Melbourne or Carlton.
Yes.
To beat up there, because I don't think they got an injury. Did they get an injury? No. I think they got through unscathed, and everybody's smiling at the end.
They're probably placed as well as any team right now to go and win it.
Of course they are.
Big game this weekend, of course, for Port Adelaide. Adelaide will be sold out.
Yeah, massive game, yeah.
Judo, we're also playing some pretty good footy.
Very good footy,
Port are carrying a couple of injuries. That's
very good footy.
However, you touched on it before, playing at home is a massive advantage.
It is an advantage.
The fans for Port Adelaide, what number could you put on it?
No.
2, 3, 4, 5 goal? What do they bring?
Oh, they're worth a few goals, no doubts about it.
2 to 3.
No doubts about it.
You'd say 2 to 3, wouldn't you?
Yeah, you'd have to say that. Of course they are. I mean, even I noticed it in Brisbane on the weekend. Whoa, that is so...
It was loud. I'll tell you the one I did notice, mate, was the Carlton game. That was loud as well. That was probably the next level up, I reckon.
Yeah, good point. But whoever has to go there is going to have to play at their very best to stop Brisbane, because that's a good side on a good ground and with a very good crowd.
Yes, they've built that fortress. It's taken them 7 years to get back to that. I think we need to understand. When you look at North Melbourne, you go, how are we looking for North Melbourne? 5 or 6 years away before you be looking at
anywhere near that. Anywhere near it. No, that won't happen.
US Open just finished, of course. Novak Djokovic wins his 24th slam.
Yeah.
I spoke to a lot of people. A lot of people didn't know. Normally when the US Open's on, we're engaged in it, we're all around it. The viewing numbers were up across the world, but just felt like here that it didn't have... Is it because there's no Nadal, no Federer, no Williams in the women's side?
No, I don't think it is. I think there's no Aussie.
No Aussie?
Yeah. I mean, when you've got De Minaur as our
Yes.
To me, look, good, terrific player.
Alex, yes.
He hasn't won the Australian Public over.
No.
He's not in that level.
So Kyrgios is the crowd drawer for us?
Kyrgios is the crowd drawer.
Yep.
I mean, you would have noticed it if Kyrgios was playing the semis.
Yep, that's
but
fair.
You looked at me then and said, you know, that you spoke to people who didn't even know, well, you're looking at one.
Yes.
I didn't know either.
Didn't know.
I didn't know that Djokovic had won.
Yes.
So that's but I just think that's because we didn't have an Aussie flying around in there somewhere.
That's a really good point.
You know,
Yeah,
because
really
you need
point.
that hero. Look at the Matildas, mate. You got Sam Kerr.
Yep.
So half the nation turns the telly on.
Yep.
We haven't got that in the tennis at the moment.
That's a really good point.
Mate, in both draws, in both sides of the draw,
Yes.
women and men.
Yes,
have we? There's no Ash Barty
yes.
anymore.
That's
So,
a great point.
You know,
that's a really good point.
No, we don't watch it.
I think that's clearer picture than Nadal or Rafa and Federer not
Roger,
playing. I think an Aussie not playing in it.
In there being a nuisance. And I'm sad about Kyrgios because he is the draw card.
No doubt.
He's the one.
Yeah.
People like him, people don't like him,
They
they'll flick to watch him.
It's really like Muhammad Ali, isn't it? You want to see him win or you want to see him beat. Same with Kyrgios. Hey, plenty coming up on the show. Craig Warman's going to join us. Southern Footy League finals are up and about. John Hillhorst, who has the Brindabella here in South Australia. I went and had a quick catch up with him.
Yeah.
It is a magnificent vessel.
It is.
And if you've got an opportunity to go on it, you need to get on it.
Yeah.
Regan Fathers, volleyball, of course. The guys are away this weekend in Bendigo.
Big finals,
Big finals. Hopefully they can get past Canberra. Timmy Ginniver's dropping in. Going to have a chat about the SANFL. So plenty coming up on the show.
Keep
Hope you can
up.
stay with us.
Yep.
Lots to come.